What's going on there, everyone? Well, the silly bastards finally did it. They finally did it. House votes to impeach President Trump. Oh, you've opened up the biggest can of worms. If you only knew. In which I think you all Democrats do know. The House of Representatives voted to impeach Donald Trump Wednesday after months of debate. Really, you could say after years of debate. Because they've been trying... They've already tried to levy about 7 different articles of impeachment since President Trump's inauguration. Yeah, a lot of y'all probably didn't hear about all those because, as like these, they should have gone nowhere. The House voted on 2 separate articles of impeachment. The first vote was on the abuse of power article, and the second was obstruction of Congress. On the first article, the House voted 230 to 197, with Democratic Representative Tulsi Gabbard voting present, which I commend her on. She didn't vote against, she just voted present. On the second article, the House voted 229 to 198, with Gabbard voting present again. No Republicans voted for the impeachment of President Trump. Of course, because this isn't about bipartisanship. This is about the Democrats' feelings. That's it. That's it. Because there's no actual factual evidence of any wrongdoing here. This is all nonsensical. This is all just an arbitrary argument. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no crimes there. If there were, they would have been in the articles of impeachment. You know, this whole quid pro quo that didn't poll well, so they changed it to bribery. There was no actual case of bribery, so they couldn't use that as an article of impeachment either. So what did they go for? The 2 most just innocuous little terms that are not even impeachable, really. It's more of a judicial type of remedy for obstruction of Congress and abuse of power. This is not something that should have been pushed all the way to impeachment. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. The 2 flimsiest of articles they got pushed forward. Incredible. Incredible. One of the Democrats, Maine Representative Jared Golden, voted for the Article 1 and against Article 2. Just a quick rundown. Tulsi Gabbard voted present against both articles. So that was practically a no vote. Van Drew, no vote. He voted no against the articles. Colin Peterson voted no. These are Democrats. Voted no against the articles. And Jared Goldman didn't vote against Article 2. So I think, yeah, he didn't vote for Article 2, but he did vote for Article 1. Interesting. So it seems like the only bipartisanship in which the Democrats and Nancy Pelosi were always arguing for was against impeachment. Very interesting little fact there. The House Judiciary Committee voted Friday morning to move forward with 2 articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump. House Democrats released 2 articles of impeachment Tuesday against Trump. Despite Pelosi's early reluctance to push for impeachment, 228 Democrats have voiced support for impeachment or an impeachment inquiry. Pelosi has said she believes Trump is goading Democrats to impeach him because he thinks it will help fire up his base. And guess what? His base was already fired up. What y'all have done is fundamentally y'all fired up the moderates for Trump. All the people that were undecided, you've decided it for them with your just complete insane impeachment. Sorry, you did that. Good job, though, and on the right, we thank you for it. Y'all have propped President Trump up more than we possibly could have. Thank you. Democrats have continued to send congressional subpoenas to those close to Trump for documents related to the ongoing scandal regarding the president's phone call with President of the Ukraine. Specifically, whether Trump asked him to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden in exchange for U.S. military aid, which the transcript is out there and made public via the president, so you can go read it for yourself. It's pretty simple, cut and dry. There was no quid pro quo. There was no bribery. because nothing was done. It has to be reciprocal in some way or another in order for it to classify as either of those. And guess what? It didn't happen. You're grasping at straws that aren't even there. Come on. Come on. The House Intelligence, Foreign Affairs, and Oversight Committees are all investigating Trump, his cabinet members, and his closest allies. Yet, they found nothing on him. For 3 years we've been going through this. Almost his whole first term as president have we been going through these investigations and still have found nothing to actually pinpoint anything wrong. Just stuff that they found that they assume wrong things or they have an opinion on. Can you believe that we've seen a president get impeached via opinion and not fact? Wow. And they also pretty much considered him guilty before even hearing any case. That's amazing too. That shows how much we should trust the Democrats. The Republican-led Senate will now hold a trial and then vote whether or not to remove Trump. And we all know where that's going. He's not getting removed. There was no crimes committed. At least the Senate can be the sane ones in this argument. Let's move over here. This is from the Daily Wire. I'm not going to read the whole article because it's a really lengthy article, so I'm just going to jump into it from here. The impeachment of Trump is indeed historic because, unlike Bill Clinton, Trump was impeached without the other party casting a single vote in favor for it. Now, if you remember, Nancy Pelosi's big thing was we need to make sure this is bipartisan. Well, you didn't do that, so The first article of impeachment, abuse of power, passed Wednesday by a vote of 230 to 197 to 1. Thank you, Tulsi Gabbard, for making that little one there. The only bipartisan thing about the vote was opposition to it. 2 Democrats joining with the fully united Republicans to vote against it. In the end, 228 Democrats voted for it, while 2 Democrats joined all 195 Republicans to vote against it. The lone independent member of Congress voted for the article, which I believe is Justin Amash, and he is a piece of trash in a way, so I don't really care about him. The second article of impeachment, obstruction of Congress, suffered another defection from Democratic ranks. The final vote, 229 to 198 to 1, thank you, Tulsi, included 3 Democrats joining all 195 Republican opposition, with both articles of impeachment passing with entirely partisan support and bipartisan opposition. Trump is now the first president to be impeached without a single vote in favor from his own party. Thanks for setting that precedent. Thank you. I mean, thanks for all these precedents that are going to fundamentally make it a lot worse in America. Thank you, Nancy. While you and your party go out there and talk about Constitution and how our forefathers would be so upset. Yeah, they'd be upset at you. Not the Republican Party. They'd be upset at you. And the nonsensical it's like a play. It's like they're not taking this serious. Just look at when Nancy Pelosi was finalizing and officially authorizing the impeachment vote. She was holding back laughter and smiles. It was the most disgusting, pathetic thing I have seen. The impeachment of Bill Clinton on December 19th, 1998, almost exactly 21 years earlier, included some Democratic votes in favor of it. Clinton was impeached for perjury to a grand jury by final vote of 228 to 206, with 5 Democrats joining the 223 Republicans in support, while 5 Republicans, 200 Democrats, and the lone independent voted against it. The second article, obstruction of justice, passed 221 to 212, with 5 Democrats joining 216 Republicans in favor of it, while 12 Republicans joined the 199 Democrats and the independent member against the charge. 2 other articles of impeachment, abuse of power, and another perjury charge against Clinton failed. The only other president to be impeached is Democrat Andrew Johnson, who was easily impeached by the Republican-controlled House in 1868 by a vote of 126 to 47. The Democratic Party had only 47 seats in the House. In his early morning Thursday tweets, Trump also noted that Democrats are now considering withholding impeachment articles. A gambit Democratic strategists have been floating over the last week as a way of maintaining political leverage. That's unconstitutional. Nancy Pelosi and the House are officially done. Yet, Nancy Pelosi wants to hold the articles of impeachment for no other reason than to get through the Christmas holiday. Yeah. Shows how important impeachment is and how much this is an existential threat to the United States, Mr. Trump is. Yeah, it's real important. It's so important that, hey, let's take a 2-week break while I hold these articles unconstitutionally, just because. Nancy Pelosi and the House Democrats are done. Yet she said it, what did she say? She said she wants to find more evidence against the president. What? What? We just went through the House impeachment inquiry and situation. Y'all are done. Y'all are done. You're talking about abuse of power. Nancy Pelosi, you and the Democrats, Adam Schiff especially, there's your abuse of power. I mean, come on, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see this stuff. I've watched every single hour of this impeachment inquiry. Every single hour. And the only thing that I've seen wrong is the process. The media keeps saying, oh, the Republicans just screaming about the process. Yeah. When the process is so convoluted, yes, we should be screaming about the process. The process has been rigged against the president since he was inaugurated. I don't understand. The president went on to say, now the Do Nothing Party want to do nothing with the articles and not deliver them to the Senate. But it's the Senate's call, Trump wrote, and he's exactly right. The House already passed the articles, therefore they moved to the Senate. Yet Nancy Pelosi's holding on to them for what? For what? Just to prolong this ungodly experience on the American people. That's all this is. It's a power play. And it's going to bite her. It's going to bite her hard. Can she be impeached? Can Nancy Pelosi be impeached? What can happen to her? Can we get a nationwide petition to remove this evil woman from our government? I'm going to have to check into that. But as you can see, the Democrats got what they want. And now, us Republicans are going to get what we want. We're going to get Donald Trump elected in 2020. We have all we need thanks to the Democrats. Appreciate it. And your frenzied, furied actions of trying to get this president removed, all you've done is boosted his support. Not just with his base, because his base would have supported him no matter what. But the independents, the more centrist, they see what you're doing. They've dissected this and realized that, alright, this is a little much. And y'all are going to have to live with that. Good job. As always, I'd love to hear your comments on this. And like, share, and subscribe. I will catch y'all on the flip side.